The old White Hart Lane, Tottenham's spiritual home, has been demolished, and in its place stands a stadium that is going to transform the sport not just in the UK, but throughout Europe. This stadium is the first cashless sports facility in the country, and its two massive screens are the largest in all of Western Europe. The stadium has the largest single-tier stand in the United Kingdom, accommodating 17,500 spectators. With an eye on attracting professional football's Super Bowl and establishing its own London-based franchise, Tottenham has installed a retractable artificial surface that slides across the pitch. You're watching YouTube channel Let's Get Techie. In today's video, we're going to talk about the most expensive stadium in the world, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We will discuss all its construction details, and we'll get you inside the stadium and what it looks like to be in such a stadium. So make sure to watch the video till the end, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any future videos. Getting back to the video, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is one of the most costly stadiums in the world. The price range for attending a single Premier League game at the stadium is around $115 to $300. Tottenham Hotspur, a Premier League team, play their home games at the aptly named Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London. In 2019, the stadium surpassed White Hart Lane as the club's home venue. It is the second biggest Premier League stadium and the largest in London behind the Olympic Stadium. The stadium was designed to hold a capacity of 62,850 people. When the Tottenham Hotspur Club first started in 1882, they played their games in the open fields of Tottenham Marshes. Since more and more people were paying to see Tottenham Hotspur games, the club made the strategic decision to relocate to a stadium with a closed roof. In 1888, they played a few games on rented turf at the Aspen Farm before relocating to the private land of Charrington, which would eventually become White Hart Lane in 1889. Tottenham Hotspur's club has been called the Lane, or the Lane as superfans used to call it, their home stadium. There have been several renovations and additions to the stadium over the years to make it more suitable for the demands of the club's fans. White Hart Lane was torn down shortly after the 2016-17 season ended so that a new stadium that could hold both Premier League and NFL games could be constructed. The stadium's underground parking garage is one of the most impressive features. The beautiful ancient stadium hardly had any parking for visitors. The parking garage was excavated and the new stadium was constructed directly on top, something that will have a major impact and one that will make supporters happy. Whenever the NFL comes to town, the football field retracts here as well. The stadium's construction took over 2 years, culminating in an opening ceremony and a Premier League match between Tottenham and Crystal Palace on April 3, 2019. If we look inside the stadium, the football pitch at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium can be retracted to reveal a synthetic grass field, making it suitable for NFL London games, concerts, and other large-scale events. To celebrate the signing of a 10-year collaboration deal between the NFL and Tottenham Hotspur management on July 8, 2015, the stadium will host at least 2 NFL games annually. The Tottenham Hotspur Club spent almost $1.3 billion to build this futuristic-looking yet practical stadium. The stadium's architect, Populus's Christopher Lee, did a great job of making the most of the available space, expanding the footprint of a stadium with a 36,300 fan capacity so that it could hold 62,850 fans. To better understand how Christopher Lee did such a great job of making the most of the available space, let's discuss the design of the stadium. The stadium for the event is built in the shape of an asymmetric bowl and has a capacity for 62,850 people. Its round form was designed to make the most of the available space for guests. When you consider that one entire stand was built in the south, you can see why there is an imbalance. The stadium has a height of 48 meters and a length of 250 meters running north and south, and a width of about 200 meters running east and west. The northern horseshoe-shaped part rises 9 stories above the basement, whereas the southern, rectangular section only rises 5. The stadium spans a total area of 43,000 square meters, over twice as large as White Hart Lane. The main entrance is located on the West End's front side, which faces the High Road. It also has a prominent angled glass cube, which is, in certain circumstances, an escalator for the guests. Here, the Tottenham Hotspur players show a classic straight-ahead facade along the main drag. There is a 9.5-meter wide pavement leading into the stadium from the main road to provide better crowd management on game day. The events hosted by the NFL have their own entrance on the building's east side off Worcester Avenue. The two elevated platforms, one on each end, were built so that spectators could view the action. Fans may gather in a spacious open public space on the south podium, which is roughly the size of London's Trafalgar Square. The north podium and Worcester Avenue provide access to the northeast corner of the stadium. The south stand is the biggest single-tier stand in the UK, with a capacity of 17,500 home fans. It contains a 5-story atrium hidden behind a single 7,000 square meter curving glass front. Glass metal paneling and precast concrete are used to create a variety of textures and colors on the building's exterior. There are 35,000 ornamental tiles on the stadium's facade, with precisely 4,801 perforated metal panels making up the veil. The wide, flat portions of the stadium benefit from natural lighting and ventilation thanks to the perforated metal panels that function as a screen. Certain sections of the stadium's windows aren't shielded by a metal screen, allowing for unobstructed views in and out. Along the edges of these panels are LED lights that shine brightly on match evenings. A cable net structure supported by an elliptical compression ring forms the ceiling of Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Standing seam aluminum panels cover the whole 720-meter-wide roof. The retractable pitch is lit up by 324 LED floodlights that are mounted on the roof columns. For media broadcasts, there are 2 exterior facade video displays and 4 huge LED screens inside the stadium. Almost 1,800 video screens can be seen in and around the stadium, and there are LED ribbon displays on all 3 levels. The stadium's acoustics are well designed to maximize the electric atmosphere on game day. The stadium's corners are enclosed, and the stands are moved closer to the field. This facilitates the creation of a wall of sound that can be heard all throughout the stadium. After the stands and the scoreboard comes the football field. The surface at the stadium is the same size as that at Old Trafford and Wembley Stadium, and 440 square meters larger than the pitch at White Hart Lane. Football is played on a hybrid grass pitch, while the NFL, concerts, and other events are held on synthetic turf beneath. Reducing the distance between the stands and the playing field helps keep the crowd energized and engaged throughout the whole event, so that you may get more out of watching a Tottenham game. The stadium offers cutting-edge amenities for both athletes and fans. There are locker rooms, medical centers, cafeterias, hydrotherapy pools, warm-up spaces, pre-game lounges, and lounges for players' families available to them. Both football teams and NFL media crews will find the stadium to their liking. Here's the bit that will really get you pumped up. There are several places to buy food and drink at Tottenham Stadium. There is also a stadium bakery that provides fresh pizza cakes, sausages, and more. And if you're a beer aficionado, you'll be excited to know that Tottenham is home to the first microbrewery at a stadium in the world. Additionally, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is the first in the country to offer a Wi-Fi connection to all spectators. There are also a variety of East and West End hospitality amenities available to premium members. In addition to the stadium itself, there are a number of nearby points of interest for spectators to check out, including the Dare Skywalk, Club Shop, Club, Archive, and Museum of Tottenham High Road. You should check out Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London if you're a football player or NFL fan. Seeing a game at this stadium is a must because it is the only one of its kind in the world. That's all for today's video, guys. Do you plan on attending the game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? Or have you already attended a game there? Tell us your views in the comments section below. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video. See you in the next one. Until then, best wishes.